Good evening. We'd really appreciate your support. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. It truly means a lot to us. President Trump is once again lashing out at Vladimir Putin, issuing fresh threats against the Kremlin amid growing tensions over Russia's continued aggression in Ukraine. Just moments ago, he posted on social media declaring, "What Putin doesn't realize is that if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia, and I mean really bad. He's playing with fire." This message comes as sources close to the White House reveal the president is now seriously considering new sanctions on Moscow, a marked shift from his earlier approach. Trump's frustration is mounting over Russia's escalating attacks, with the latest wave of overnight strikes killing at least 2 civilians and wounding 16 others in Ukraine. Meanwhile, the Kremlin is voicing outrage over a pivotal decision by Germany, the US, and other allies to lift the ban on Ukraine firing long-range missiles into Russian territory. This change enables Kyiv to hit military targets deep inside Russia, something Moscow now calls a dangerous escalation. Behind closed doors, it's clear Trump's tone toward Putin has hardened. Until recently, he resisted placing significant economic pressure on Russia, fearing it might derail any chance of bringing Moscow to the negotiating table. Trump has long viewed himself as uniquely capable of brokering peace between Russia and Ukraine, hoping to fulfill a campaign promise of ending the war and delivering a ceasefire. But that optimism is fading. Now, both Trump and his closest advisors are increasingly doubtful that Putin is acting in good faith. What was once a strategy of restraint is giving way to one of pressure. There's serious talk inside the administration about imposing sanctions, not just as punishment, but as leverage to force Putin's hand. Voices like Senator Lindsey Graham have been pushing hard for such a move, urging the White House to stop holding back. The recent lifting of missile restrictions gives Ukraine a psychological edge, and possibly a tactical one, especially if the US provides real-time intelligence for precise targeting. But Clark points out that the effectiveness of these strikes depends heavily on logistics, inventory, and targeting support. That said, more decisive action could come in the form of a US surge in artillery, small arms, and other critical supplies. Clark also weighed in on a new bipartisan Senate bill proposing a 500% tariff on countries purchasing Russian energy. While it's unlikely to deter major buyers like India or Gulf nations, he sees it as a necessary move to increase pressure and a crucial moment for the president to follow through on his words with action. Sanctions, if implemented strategically, wouldn't hinder peace talks. They might actually encourage them. And while the focus is often on military aid, Ukraine's air defense remains a critical concern. Just last night, Ukrainian forces intercepted 43 Russian drones and unmanned aerial vehicles, but this success comes at a cost. They're rapidly burning through ammunition and urgently need more Patriot missile systems and batteries. Russia's drones are evolving, flying higher, carrying decoys, and using advanced guidance systems to evade jamming. To counter this, Ukraine must diversify its responses, integrating advanced artillery systems, leveraging F-16s more effectively, and accelerating support from Western allies. The bottom line is that this is a dynamic, fast-shifting battlefield. Putin isn't letting up. In fact, Clark warns that Russia may be preparing to launch a new front through Belarus and into NATO territory, potentially Lithuania or northeast Poland by autumn. That would raise the stakes even further. So, with Russian aggression intensifying and global tensions on the rise, the pressure is on President Trump to take meaningful, decisive action. The world is watching.